Hey everyone, this is Lady Katrina, Lady K. I wanted to just step in for just a moment because I just, released my, and I'm going to release the rest of my music. And one of my songs actually was released for purchase today, called Part-Time Lover. And my grandmother, which I love to death, she's 89 years old, God bless her. And we were sitting up and we were listening to it. Of course, they know my background because I have a church background. And I've recently started singing R&B and found to love it. I found a niche, should I say, quote unquote, in singing R&B. And my mom, which I call my grandmother my mom, because my mom is deceased, she asked me a question, and I thought that was very important for me to come on here to discuss the question and then explain the question on how I responded. So me, as y'all know, and if you look at my site and look at my past videos and work, is strictly a gospel. Um, and it's called Lady Katrina Ministries. Um, and that's not going to change. It's just going to stay the same. And if it becomes a controversy in people's mind, they can pull me to the side and we can have this discussion because I will have the discussion with them. I don't mind because I'm open, I'm transparent. But my grandmother, the matriarch of our family, she asked me a question. She said, "How are you going to balance that? How are you going to do that? Are you just going to lay down your ministry to do R&B, to do blues?" And that was the question. I was like, no, ma'am, I'm not. I said, when I hit the stage, when I hit any event, um, the people will know that all this that is in front of them, it belongs to God. I will give reverence to God first before we start partying. And people know me. My family knows me. My sisters, my god brothers, they know me. They know that I love God for real, and I worship Him, and I give Him reverence because I know if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't have the voice. I wouldn't have what I have today if it wasn't for Him. So yes, every time I hit somebody's event, somebody's stage, somebody's ministry, I'm gonna give God reverence first because He said, "Acknowledge me first." And even on my videos, I always reverence everything back to God, whether I'm joking, whether I'm being serious, because it's very important. If you give God the glory first, everything else will be added. And that's the way I'm going to view it, whether I'm singing country, even when I'm doing the monster truck event. I always pray before I go on. And when I finish, you can look at the videos. I point up to Him because to God be the glory. Even singing the Star Spangled Banner, to God be the glory. So every time I stand before you all, you can best believe if I'm not pointing up to Him first, or if I don't say out my mouth, it's a blessing. I thank God for this opportunity. You need to put me to the side and say, hey, you forgot your first love, because I will never forget my first love. I'm going to always give my daddy what's due. So to answer my mom's question, are you just going to lay down your ministry? No. Some people might be offended because I'm singing R&B and gospel. Don't be. Because there's a lot of musicians out there who's playing for you on Sundays and playing in the secular world on the weekends or during the week. What's the difference? There's not a difference. And I don't think, unless you can show me in the Word where God distinguished the music, or gave us laws that show us that we're not supposed to, quote unquote, sing certain music or do certain things, um, related to music. I'm talking about music, just music. I don't want to go into another different the direction with this. We're talking about music because that's what I'm talking about now. So I don't feel convicted in my spirit. If I don't feel convicted in my spirit, you shouldn't either. Because you have a choice. You can turn it off. You can change the channel. You don't even have to listen. But for those who don't have a, a guilty conscience in listening to my music or anybody else's music, in that fact, dealing with which music is going to get you to a different level. If you look back in history, it's a lot of our best artists who had a background of the church, who sung secular music, but they never denied where their help came from. And I'm so glad that that was brought to my attention this year, because I was wondering why I had such a hard time in certain areas in music. And then when I started singing R&B, it was like, oh, this is where it is. I found where my peace of mind, I found my relaxation in that area. And I'm going forward in it. And I'm still going to be in my church. I'm still going to worship God. I'm still going to praise Him. I'm still going to give Him all what's due. But I'm also going to do what I feel comfortable in. And me and my dad had this conversation, so I don't care what you say. As long as me and my dad got this understanding, I don't care. You're a non-factor. And if you on the same fan page that I'm on, then hey, jump on Ladi K's and we can ride this thing out. Look for the music to be dropped, the video to be dropped October 1st. Glass of wine, video, and music. And then the last one is going to be a sneaker, but I want you to listen. This is Ladi K. I got to go to work. Time is money and money is time. And can't nobody pay the bills but me. Until then. Peaches. Hey, look me up on social media. Ladi K Ministries. I'll just look for Ladi K, LADIK. That's where it is. Peaches.